Hey guys, today we're en route to Oxford. We're going to meet a property developer, a seasoned property developer that's building a series of luxury homes within Oxford. We're going to find out what she's doing, what planning she has in place, how long the development's going to take, the GDV, and most important, the profit. Stay tuned. When it comes to property development, there's typically two routes most people take. You've got the ground up, so this is where you buy a site with planning, or you buy a site and then you obtain planning and then you build it all the way up. Or you do what we typically do is buy a site and look at converting maybe a commercial site to residential use, or even taking residential and converting it to multiple dwellings. So the reason we actually look at permitted development, prior approval, changing commercials to residential is there's a lot less red tape. So these sites we can typically turn around in 3 to 6 months, whereas a new build scheme would typically take somewhere between 12 to 18 months, and there's a lot of red tape that's involved. There's planning, permission, conditions that you need to discharge before you even start work. You need to get building control involved, similar to commercial residential, but it's going to be more intense in terms of bits that you're going to need to sign off. And if it's a new build home, then you're going to need to actually get build warranty, because no mortgage lender will lend on it without a new build warranty in place. So you can see there's a lot of complexities that are here, and when we'll be speaking to the person that we're taking around the sites, we'll drill into how easy they find this. Hey guys, so we're back. We're in Stanton Harcourt in Oxfordshire. We're with Victoria Tasoy. Victoria is someone that we've known now over the last 4 years. We've been following each other's journeys on social media. To me, Victoria is like a seasoned property developer. She's been doing amazing stuff, and we're here to check out one of her new projects.
4 houses, 4 cottages. Cotswold stone is going to be very green, sustainable, beautiful. It has taken the vendors 29 years to get planning permission, but they never gave up. They got it, and then we were trying to buy it from April last year, and it wasn't easy, but we got it, and we actually completed on the day of your party. And that's why I was buzzing. I was like, we complete. I could not believe
so
that.
You needed the champagne that day.
I did, yeah.
And when did you break ground?
So we had to do an archaeology session here, which has taken 6 weeks. But now we're done. There is nothing.
Find any bodies?
No bodies, because the body is about £1,500 per, to deal with. So we're happy that nothing's been found, and we're gonna start work here on 15th of Feb.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so it's 4 houses, and it's gonna take, I think, about 14 months, give or take.
And what's the end goal with the houses? To keep them, sell them?
No, so we're gonna sell them. So GDV here is 2.8. We bought the site for 800. Gonna work really hard to build it, very good quality.
What's the build cost?
Just over £2,000 per square meter. Yeah. Then some hazard. Sorry. You can't write it, isn't it?
So we've got like these holes here, so I'm guessing the archaeology team have been digging just to see what was there. How far deep have they taken this soil off?
Just over a meter. They possibly found foundation holes for the house. They think from 1600, but it doesn't have any significance. So there is kind of pottery,
yeah.
But from 19th century, so it doesn't have any significance. They found flute, which made out of bone, from 800s.
Wow,
so they've taken, that cost 24 grand. Yeah.
So Victoria, you started in 2017 with your first project, conveying a house, and now you've gone on to obviously flats. And now you're going to be building these beautiful houses here in Oxford. What advice would you give to someone that wants to start in property development?
The main advice would be to do the research, do a lot of homework, choose your team right, work with the right people, and just be in control. Always be involved in it. You need to know what you're doing, you need to know your builder, you need to know what materials you're using. You need to micromanage at that stage, because if you don't, you cannot learn, and then you need to become a specialist in that field. So then you can actually know when the builder will come up and give you a quote. You will understand what it is. So I've been on site. I am still on site every day, like twice a day on every site, because I want to know what's going on, and then I can control it and manage it better to hopefully avoid more risks.
What lessons have you actually learned from that first project that you now employ in all your projects going forward?
Budgeting is the most important. You always need to have the budget and then work with it. It has to be realistic because you can't just make it out of nowhere. It has to be done with evidence.
Would you say now you've got a power team, so people that you can rely on from, say, architects, building control, finance brokers, all the way through to the trades?
I do have a great team now. I found the best builder in Oxfordshire, and we've been working together as a team, and he's fantastic. He's got amazing expertise working with all local people, with the merchants. I work with very respectful architects who also has knowledge of the area. I think that's very important. We work with the building control company who's doing most of our project because they know us, and it's good when they understand the builder and you have those relationships. Structural engineers, fantastic.
We've finished off here. We're going to go to a site that you're just completing, or is it finished?
No, we're floor level. We're
Okay.
just, the brickies are doing second lift, so we're gonna go and see.
Amazing. Let's go check this out.
We're in Yarrington in Oxford, just 1.5 miles from North Oxford. So it's a prime location for families. It's on the way to Woodstock, Blenheim Palace. It's a very desirable location. So we've got site for 2 new built houses here. It was an old bungalow. It was on the market for 650 and we managed to snap it at 550.
Did it actually come with planning, or was this
Yeah,
something that you
so
got?
it came with planning.
And again, you've got some bricks that we're not used to seeing where we operate. So is this something as a requirement?
This is a very special brick. I bought them directly from Belgium and saved 90p per brick. So I'm very, very proud of myself. Top tip for you. Order directly from the factory.
We're actually on the way down. I was actually speaking to Ronnie. We're talking about bricks, and I said, look, the bricks that we typically use, if it's just a budget sort of home, then the bricks are actually sort of 80, 90 pence. But when you have that Cotswold style brick, they're actually very expensive, and it has to be laid in a certain way as well, because you've got some big ones and then small, and it takes a lot longer.
Yeah.
So you could add probably, in terms of bricklaying, you could add probably 2 or even 3 times as much the cost of just building a regular house.
Yeah, dressing the Cotswold stone is very expensive. So if you take the raw Cotswold stone, it's about £150 to lay.
Wow.
Per square meter.
So what are the numbers with this one?
Okay, so the numbers are, the GDV is 1.8. We've taken down 5% in case, market fluctuates. GDV is 1.8, bought it for 550, stamp duty. Build cost, just a little bit over £2,000 per square meter.
What would that equate to then in total?
Just about 600 for the build, so should be good.
Yeah, so 550, 600 for the build, and then interest.
Interest, loads of interest.
There's always loads of interest. It never goes on. Building a project like this, it never goes really on time. There's always challenges, and it's about how you react to them, I find.
Yeah, and a part of the experience.
Yeah, it's part of the experience. How long do you have until you finish this site?
So we want it sold by 1st of September. So I'm going to be selling it off plan, and we're going to start marketing in April.
It looks like you're leveling up each project that you do. So do you have anything in mind that you want to do in the future, or is it a certain type of project that you want to get into?
Yes, I do. I would like to go into retirement properties, but good quality retirement properties like villages for homes, for older people. But it's not very popular here. Assisted living, yes, care homes, yes, but the retirement properties as the communities, that's not been that big yet. So this is something I would like to work on later, but I need a big pot of money for it. So I need to do a lot of work to be in a position to start it.
In terms of timelines, do you have a contingency, or do you finish these in the set period that you have?
Well, I'm not gonna lie, we were quite delayed on our last project, but trying to plan better and also set realistic goals and timeline. I think it's important because when you set unrealistic deadlines, it's not possible to get. We are like 1 week here ahead of the schedule, so I'm very proud of it. But yeah.
So thank you so much, Victoria, for your time. We're going to be back in a few months to see how Victoria is getting on. We've got Victoria's details here if you want to follow her journey below. And if you like this video, then hit that bell icon, subscribe, and comment below.